Because who are you that you think that you're always
wrong.
right?
You're never wrong.
I don't know
Everything that comes out of your mouth is correct.
Narcissism, but I know of people
I know
who
a guy.
don't like to be wrong.
I know a guy that
all,
actually runs a whole
under any circumstance. Literally, he does comedy. He tells jokes. Sometimes he wears glasses.
That's crazy. I didn't know you had a prescription.
Oh,
because you're not doing my friend.
Yo.
You're not doing my friend on live TV.
What's going on, everybody? I am KD Bowe. This is Rod Minger.
Are you gonna tell them what happened before this very moment?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rod Minger.
Are you gonna tell them what happened before this very moment?
This is Tiny, a.k.a. Indescribable.
And I just watched something crazy happen before this moment.
It's the KD Bowe Show live from the Content Factory. Hilarious. Since we're not...
Thank you.
Since we're not putting...
I forgot my line.
Catchphrases.
Oh, not I forgot my line.
Let me tell you something.
Right, keep it up. We're going to fire you, okay?
No, quite frankly, that's pretty genius. That's pretty genius.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty dope.
I forgot my lines earlier, so that's what that was.
There we are.
I bet.
Anyway, everybody weekend was good?
Very good.
What y'all
had
get into?
Weekend.
Filming, I'm sure.
Don't do that.
Wow.
I actually had a self-care weekend, so I'm not gonna say I did nothing. I did my hair, got my nails stuff done. I actually had a friend flew into town. He was here for the Kanye concert, which I heard was razzly dazzly. But yeah, so we kicked it a little bit. Of course, it was razzly dazzly.
Thank you for saying it again.
But no, it was great, and I spent a lot of time relaxing. I Netflix binged all weekend. I did a little content creation, but my goal, because I've been super stressed. So my goal this weekend was to relax, not answer my phone, not respond to emails, DMs, nothing like that. But if the money calls,
that's why you want to answer the phone. Okay.
Yep.
I see what's going on.
There you go. What you got into, Rod?
Oh man, I plan to try to chill this weekend, but I did a birthday dinner Friday night at a restaurant called Apartment 4B. Have you heard of that?
Apartment 4B.
It's called Apartment 4B.
I heard of it. I haven't been there.
No, I never heard of it.
It's downtown off Peachtree Street, but the food was amazing. It's a buddy of mine's birthday, Funny Man Johnson. Him and his lady, they threw like a little dinner, man. It was pretty dope. Went there. Did a comedy show in Macon, Georgia, Saturday night with comedian K-Dub and Alicia Cooley. And this guy that plays the saxophone, his name is Josh, the saxophonist. But this dude was amazing. Anointed on the saxophone. I mean, playing the whole album of certain songs. I'm like, yo, this dude is a beast.
Wow.
He makes me want to pick my trumpet back up and start playing it again.
He practices with
But
his
it would take me years for that. And then I was on set for a movie called Welcome to the 40s on Sunday.
Ooh.
So I shot that for several hours on Sunday, way into the wee hours.
Welcome to the 40s.
But things are picking up for you, man.
Things are going pretty good, man. I cannot complain.
That's what happens when you work hard and you're consistent.
That part right there.
Come on.
Yeah, man. What about you, man? What'd you do?
Wait a minute. Let me see. What was that?
I was tooting my friend's horn.
I felt something.
I don't know how you support your friends, but when my friends say they did something good,
come through with that. Come through with that part right there.
I boost my friend. I don't care. I don't care if sell oranges on the freeway.
Bruh.
He sold
what them oranges hitting for?
He sold the shit.
What them oranges hitting for? You feel me?
Best oranges I've ever tasted
in the world.
Unless they're trash, and then I have to.
I ain't even gonna tell you. I'm gonna be like, friend, you want to sell bananas?
Yo,
you want to try apples?
I had a dirty martini Saturday, and the olives were bad.
Oh, how do you know the olives are bad?
They taste like, I don't know what that. When I bit into it, it had like a dry. I don't even know how to explain how bad this taste was. You ever had something so bad you need to eat something else to get that taste out of your mouth?
Yeah.
That's what happened when I bit this olive.
You can't do that with no olive, man.
It destroyed my whole system. I'm like, yo, I've never had a bad olive until Saturday.
That's the whole martini.
That's the whole martini.
Like, how you ruin that?
Wow. So wait a minute. Wait. So you don't send stuff back. So what'd you do?
You know I don't send stuff back.
What'd you do?
Well, see, the good thing is I drank the drink first, and I always eat the olives afterwards. So the drink was already gone.
Okay.
And then I bit into the olive, and I didn't even, so I just spit it back into the cup, and then I just slid it forward. Yeah. I didn't say anything. I don't make waves. I don't know how y'all do that, man. I don't send anything back. I don't complain about
paying
food.
for it. Excuse me, come look, taste this. Eat this.
Really?
Would you feed your child this?
Would you say that to your customer service
I wouldn't, but
person?
I would want to. I would desperately want to.
I'm not gonna lie. I did feel guilty for not saying something to the bartender about the olives.
I would have said because they keep giving them to other people.
Yeah, I didn't. But you know what it was? I was like, maybe this is a different brand of olive juice that they're leaving these in or something. Maybe it's something that I'm not used to. Now, Jazz told me I should have said something. I was like, maybe I should have.
said
to save somebody else, yeah.
But, it could have been like a different juice it was in. That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe some type of juice that I'm not used to, and I don't like that kind. I don't want that kind ever again in life.
Could have been.
It bombed. The olive juice bombed.
This weekend was a kind of a tough weekend, man. So much, these COVID numbers are just going real crazy, and I got family members, some have passed, and I don't want to get too dark here. I don't want to get emotional at all. But, like, family members, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, we out here, we doing the best we can to social distance, COVID protocols and everything. Let's not forget. I ain't trying to push nothing on nobody. I'm just saying it's tough out here. So in the midst of all of the toughness, I feel like, and then my wife and I, we end up having a pretty tough conversation.
I like it.
And you ever had a conversation where it ain't got nothing to do with y'all, but it's just one of them things that happened in the spur of the moment, and now you having a whole conversation off of something that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Good old hypothetical.
And I saw it coming so slowly. It was just creeping up on us. Put this on the screen. I couldn't believe.
I was say, y'all got footage of the argument?
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Would have been great.
So Conscious Lee, which I'm really looking forward to meeting him, one day, your friend, he posted some tweets. The tweet was like, from other people. This lady said, I have to apologize to a man. I feel sick.
Wow.
Wow. Very deep. And so I started scrolling. The next one said, have you exhausted other options? Crying, cooking, sulking? Yo, break up with him rather. Oh, okay. Next one. Have you tried to pass away temporarily to avoid this?
Wow.
Another one said, I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. Wishing you healing.
Wow.
With a heart.
Wow.
Oh, and then it gets deeper. No ways. Move to another city and change your number, sis. Wow. Next one said, he's to blame for putting you in a position where you have to apologize to him. He should be the one apologizing to you.
Just cause.
Why would he make you apologize, though? Dump him. This is getting deeper. Apologizing to a man really is the pits. Sure, I don't even know what that means. I become the physically sick afterwards. The physically sick. She said, buy socks, sis. Always works. It goes on and on. This is the final one. Here's the final one. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Just remember that when all is said and done, you're still right. Off of an apology.
Okay.
Can you help me with that?
Well, I'm going to tell you, that right there, they don't think they're wrong. Even if I do owe you an apology, I might not think I'm wrong. And I can't speak for everybody, but I know I'm better. I'm growing in this area myself, because what I will do is, if I don't understand your perspective, it doesn't necessarily make me wrong. But you don't want the apology for us having a difference of opinion. You want the apology for me maybe expressing my opinion in a disrespectful way or in a way that was inconsiderate to you. And I'm having to learn and grow in that area, because I'd be like, no, this ain't what I'm like, no, bro, that's not what we're doing. Yeah, so you have to understand why the apology is necessary. And when you grow and you mature in that kind of way, you're not hung up on, oh, dang, I was wrong. It's okay for you to lower your pride and be like, you know what, I missed the mark on that. Because dealing with men, y'all don't want to argue all day long. If I could get the apology in the first 5 minutes, we could have a nice night. Yo,
Tiny, this is good. Look in that camera right there and tell Tiny.
Ivy, he was dead wrong, girl.
But okay,
he was dead wrong.
But look. The tweet said, I have to apologize to a man. So clearly,
she understands she was wrong.
She understood she was wrong.
Correct.
And she was like, I feel sick. Like, why is it a sick feeling that you got to apologize?
I think it's a joke, but I think that if you feel like that, you probably don't actually care about the man. Because when we love people,
then why apologize?
Exactly. Break up with them, pass away. They gave you many options.
But it is a real thing. Wow. That's a real thing where some people really genuinely hate apologizing. That's like a real thing. Like, some people, like, I'd rather go buy you whatever you want from the store than apologize.
I will sweep the ocean before
the question to me is...
Yo, I'm sorry. What did you say, man?
I will sweep the ocean.
I will sweep the entire Atlantic before I apologize.
But the question becomes, and this is a real question, what does it cost you to apologize?
Nope.
But you know,
your pride.
You can't question.
It costs your pride.
It's not men. It's not just women, but it's men too. Like, what does it cost us to apologize? You say pride.
Nothing.
It costs nothing
to apologize.
Okay.
Because it's about the logic of the situation. I feel like if you're wrong, you know you was wrong. Acknowledge it. It's an easier time to me. On both parties, male or female.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm saying when people don't want to apologize, I think they feel like they're compromising their pride.
I'm
in
with
some
Tiny
way.
on this one.
Oh, I think.
But I agree with you. I'm saying that
pride.
it really doesn't. Hey, I'm sorry, I missed it. Let's move forward,
Boom.
and that's the end of the discussion. But when you struggle back and forth, it's really just your ego at this point.
Or some people hate to be wrong.
And I feel like that's a form of narcissism. Because who are you that you think that you're
Never
always
wrong.
right?
You're never wrong.
I don't know
Everything that comes out of your mouth is correct.
Narcissism, but I know of people
Yeah, I know
who
a guy.
don't like to be wrong.
I know a guy
at
that
all,
actually runs a whole
under any circumstance. Literally,
Runs
he
a whole
does
podcast.
comedy. He tells jokes. Sometimes he wears glasses.
This
That's
is true.
crazy. I didn't know you had a prescription.
Oh,
Because
did
you're not
you
gonna
see
do.
that
You're not
shit?
doing
Yo.
my friend.
Yo.
You're not doing my friend on live TV.
I'm so
I'm sorry.
alone.
I'm sorry, microphone. I had got.
Yo, we need like a right there. That's the greatest callback
Michael,
of
you
this.
know, that's what
I
you
need
doing.
a slow R&B song right now just
Oh,
to kind
man.
of take the mood away.
I'll be loving you. forever.
It's hit me at the same time, all this.
I'm sorry, Tom, if I messed up.
Sorry about that. We wanted
All right, so a couple of things have been going on in the news I thought was very interesting. Did you guys see the Dr. Dre scenario with the daughter? And
Yeah, I seen that.
okay, so the story is
We got to go back to the argument that you and your wife had. We need to know what happened.
And then,
I would like to just know the whole details of that and how you finished it and how you got out of it.
so just did you?
Because you had me up here. You built me up with it. Then you just kind of let it fizzle out.
Because there was no resolution. Were
didn't-
you
what
sleeping in the
happened?
tent
What led to the
or
argument? Because you seen it coming, but you didn't stop it.
cancel Christmas?
So
or?
what happened? That's the part you didn't really give us. Because I was built up for it. My popcorn
Just
was
asking
ready.
a question.
I went and got extra butter and everything. Put a little salt on the popcorn for that. I want to know how you got in
this
and
is
out of
good.
it.
This I want y'all.
Oh no!
watch
Oh no!
this.
We cut this. I'm taking this out.
This ain't going nowhere. I want y'all to watch this, because one of these days, what goes around comes around.
It's always around.
Huh?
It's always around.
Okay.
All right.
What happened was I basically just stopped talking.
Sometimes that's the only way.
So you asked her about the actual post,
Mm-hmm.
and then
But you know me, I'm always keep asking questions, and I want to know like why. What was that about? Like,
And see?
what is
See?
it? So
And that's your fault right there. That's why she don't owe you no apology, because you nagged it. You nagged it. You should have let it alone.
I just feel like, if you're going, and here's the thing about guys, man. The thing about us is that when we argue, the challenge is that we argue about facts, and y'all argue about feelings. So in other words, the fact is I didn't take the trash out. The feeling is, when you told me to take the trash out, I didn't take it out, and it's been like I haven't been listening to you. So the feeling is I feel like you don't respect what I say, her perspective. So I feel like fact, if I take the trash out, you're going to be good. But the feeling is I got to deal with the feeling and not just the fact. The feeling is, you don't respect me. So unless I say, man, you know what? You have been saying it often to take the trash out. And for some reason, I'll be forgetting or whatever. I'm going to make a concerted effort to stop doing that. That's it. I can't keep disrespecting you like that. That's the feeling. Can't just deal with the fact. So I just dealt with the feeling. And it was a good night. It wasn't a good night.
it was not. I could tell by the way you started at the end. I'm like, that night was
I
awful.
tried to flex, but it was terrible.
It was not.
It was a terrible night.
Yeah, you watched a lot of TV that night. That's okay.
What channel? Hello?
Sports Center.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun.
Sure.
So this was a very interesting story that happened, over the weekend or last week. This has kind of been brewing. Dr. Dre's eldest daughter, LaTanya Young, says she has not seen her father in 17 years. Apparently, she is living out of her car. A lot of little details in here, but I don't really want to talk specifically about the story. Just the fact I'm going to go somewhere else with it. But living out of the car, got the kids, 4 kids. And she hasn't seen him in like 17 years. And apparently he has been helping her, but last year, it kind of cut off.
Right.
And so she's saying she's homeless. Dr. Dre's worth about $800 million or so. And the big thing is, how is it that a billionaire, almost father, would be, estranged is the word, from their daughter. And so I guess my question becomes, I don't know. When I think about it, even if they did something crazy to me, would I become estranged from my kids? I don't know what could have happened, what they could have done to make me estranged. And even if that's the case, you got grandkids, what could possibly happen to where I don't want to be involved with my grandkids? That's an interesting one. So I guess my question becomes, is there a situation where a parent probably should feel justified in being estranged from their child?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think there's no excuse for that. I mean, you can let them go and be grown on their own. I give you that. But just to be like vanish, nah, there's nothing for that. You got to value all that time as long as you can, even after a fight. Everybody's going to have a fight here and there, a disagreement, or you might pick a spouse that they don't like, or, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could be a magnitude of things. But to just vanish on them, I don't think there's nothing of that. Yes.
I'm gonna agree, and I'm gonna add something because I feel like a couple of things can be true. I feel like it's always the parent's responsibility to maintain a relationship with their seed. That you created that life.
As the older person, yes.
And I feel like that's an obligation. When you decided to make that child, whether you realize you did or not, you agreed to, love and care and communicate and all that good stuff. However, I do understand that there are extenuating circumstances. Family is the most complicated relationship you will ever have because you love so hard and they have the power to hurt you so deeply. So we don't know specifically what has happened between Dr. Dre and this young woman.
Right.
But I know that you're 38 and you hadn't not received anything all your life. This is something that just happened recently. You were cut off. Mm-hmm. So my question is, what happened to break the connection? Because it seemed like he was willing to do things before. Yeah. And the only thing that I can think is a lot of times, we've seen this. People have addictions, or people, are abusive, have toxic ways. Yeah. They're manipulative. They, they gaslight and they do all these other things. And so, I think it doesn't matter if you're my child, my mother, my brother, husband, father, whatever, if the relationship is damaging to me and it hurts me, or if it negatively affects my other family or something else that I have going, then I will sever those ties. You can call me. I don't know why he's not picking up the phone. Yeah. Now that I can't speak to. I'm always be here for you in that respect, but you're not finna get so close to me that you screw up everything else because you don't have a handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need? Do you need therapy? Do you need a counselor? What is it that you need? Because if you just calling me for money, that can't be the conversation at 38 years old. Yeah. Walmart is always hiring.
Yeah. And she's done, is Uber. She's done, I think, FedEx or something like that. There's done a lot of odd and end jobs. And then plus the SUV that she's in. This is a very interesting story. To your point, I understand it. I get that. I'm personally never going to walk away from my seed. That doesn't mean that you're going to be over every Thanksgiving. It doesn't mean that you're going to be over it for every Christmas or family events. Because if you're toxic, you're toxic. But my purpose or my goal in life is to make sure that my grandkids are good. Okay, hey, good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. So I want to make sure that my grandkids are good. So if you, my dear sweet daughter, has messed up, or my child has messed up, and for some reason you can't get it together, that doesn't mean that there is no hope for the grandkids. I just wonder, for me, I wonder what could possibly happen to where you don't want a relationship with your grandkids. And I don't know what could have happened or what did happen. But sadly, I don't think a man should ever totally walk out of his kid's life. I don't understand how that even makes sense.
Well, he got a couple of other kids with this woman, so I'm interested to learn what's their relationship with him.
I'm sorry. I think I missed the part when she was 37.
Exactly.
37, 38 years old.
It's not a child who walked. Y'all probably just not vibing right now.
Yeah.
That's it, because she don't want money. She just wants a better relationship.
That's what she said.
So maybe they just not vibing. It's kind of like
I feel like if you just wanted a relationship, why is the conversation around him withdrawing assistance? Yep. Because you could have very well gone to the blog and said, I've been trying to reach my daddy to have him see his grandkids. That could have been the whole conversation. Easy. But we are all now, things get played out in the public eye. Now we all know that you're 37 and he ain't been giving you no money.
That part.
Like, that's the story. That is the story. That's the headline. That's every blog you're going to see.
Listen, it ain't about money. I just want a relationship. But you started with money.
Right.
Well,
you didn't have to bring it up.
Or you could just call them.
He divorced her mother at 5,
Yep.
okay, when she was 5 years old.
Long time ago.
All right, right. So if she's 37 now, so you were in her life for quite a while before this, whatever happened 17 years ago, jumped off. So I can say, man, I'm just praying for the family. I never like to see this happen. And we like to say what this one did, what he did, what she did. At the end of the day, what I only want is reconciliation for them grandkids. For them grandkids. A good man leaves an inheritance for his... No, I do not.
I just thought about it. I never asked you that. Did you have grandchildren? Okay.
No.
Okay. I mean...
No.
Okay. I mean, if you did, it'd be okay.
No, Rod.
Okay.
Okay, Uncle Charles. Dang.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
No, you know how young my kids are?
No. That's
I thought you had like a 20-something-year-old.
right. You have one that has a house, right? So he's grown.
Okay, that's childbearing age.
Still very young. He ain't married.
You think people have to be married to have kids?
Oh, we gonna have that conversation?
Is that what it takes?
Let's get into it.
We want to have that conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the right corner.
Majority of children come from unmarried parents.
That's very
And
true.
you know that is a fact.
Yeah, this is true. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It can. My preference has always been, if you have a child, have it within the bounds of marriage. Or, worst case scenario, have it within the bounds of somebody who has made a indelible, tangible commitment to you. Because some people say, I don't believe in the whole marriage thing, but you believe in the institution, all the institutions, but you got a problem with the institution of marriage. Got you. I'm saying, make some kind of indelible commitment to this person that they're going to be good in the event anything happened, whether that's a life insurance policy, whether that's some kind of something.
Right.
That's what I believe. Because I think the challenge is that we're doing things out of order. You're having children, and then I'm gonna get married later. But I want to have a child right now, and I just don't think that that's the best.
I don't think that's anybody's plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it is. No. Yes, it is. Yes, a lot of people now saying it's more difficult to get a man. It's easier to get a child. Even to the point where they're going to the, like the different places and getting the situation.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm just saying, but I don't think that's people that are like dating somebody and they get pregnant.
Yes.
By whatever way. I'm
going to give you a child so that you will marry me, so that you will know that I love you, that we're in love. You got a child with me. You never had a child before. In some cases, I'm gonna give you a child, and that's gonna force your hand to marry me.
Let me ask you a question.
It's super sad.
Let me ask you a question.
To me.
We know what has to happen in order to get pregnant, correct?
Yep.
Hello.
You know what that situation is, right?
Sex, yeah.
Have you had the birds
Did you
and the bees
divulge
talk?
in that situation before you were married?
Say what?
Did you divulge in sex before you were married?
No, I didn't.
You never had sex before you were married?
Nope.
Ever?
I was
Not
a
one
virgin
time.
when I got married.
You was a virgin when you got married?
Yes.
Okay, so your wife took your virginity.
Yes.
Okay, then the conversation is over.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I don't think the conversation should be over. I feel like we should delve a
Let me
little
say
deeper
this,
into
because that's
that.
not a pop my collar kind of situation.
Right.
I was awful after the marriage. I wasn't grown.
Right.
I made plenty of mistakes. So no, that's not. That's why I don't lead with that. I don't tell people that, because that's not a pop my collar scenario. What I'm saying is, if you do it the right way, that child deserves to have a mother and a father. It's out of order to have a child first and then say, well, I'm going to get married. Some things happen. People slip up. It happens, all that.
That's what I'm saying. It's the slip up.
But for the most part, it is a decision. It's a decision to have a child.
That two people make.
No. It's not a decision.
I think we went too far left. I don't think it's ever a
That
decision.
two
I think
people
people are
made
having
It is
fun.
a decision.
No, I think
if a woman has a kid, that's a decision.
No, I mean people
Did she
have
make it
sex
by
and then somebody
herself?
gets pregnant. Yeah.
No,
that's
she
what
didn't make
I'm
it by herself. But I'm saying, if my decision is to have,
unprotected sex.
unprotected sex, which is a decision in itself, that was my decision to get that.
Right.
If you have a child, that is a decision to have a child. It's too many options out here, and I ain't about to go there. But it's too many options out here to make sure that a child doesn't come if you don't want him to come.
The responsibility of child raising is only on women.
No, I don't know. 100%.
Because what other options do men have? Because you said there are plenty of options if a woman didn't want to have a child. So if a man doesn't want to have a child, what's the options?
Wrap up.
Okay. Long as you look right there in the camera.
Yeah, wrap up. 100%. Wrap up. If it breaks.
Because at first you made it seem like women were out here trapping men.
In some cases, that's the case.
Okay, so.
It's not all the cases, though.
Okay, so men don't know how to put a condom on?
They 100% do. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we make decisions about what it is that we want.
Okay.
It's what we want. So if you just wanted
sex,
okay,
then
that's one thing. If you wanted a relationship and maybe this will be the nail in the coffin for the relationship, maybe not nail in the coffin, then then the decisions is different.
I'm sorry, I'm childish.
It's a different decision.
Nail in the coffin was kind of funny to me. It was just perfect timing.
Try to pull out of that one. Everybody ain't pulling out.
That's the problem. Caught that. With the nail in the coffin, hilarious. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think, hey, Tiny, I think it's a very tough conversation, a triggering conversation to have. But it's the conversation that I have to my kids. I tell them, hey, no. If in fact you father a child, I say that to my sons. You father a child. I'm not telling you that you have to not be in her life. I'm saying to you, you're going to be in that child's life and whatever it takes. And it's going to be, especially if you, God knows, I don't want you to be living with me while that happens. But if I'm in your life, we're going to make sure that now you're going to do it the 100% right way.
Right.
Period. Hands down. Well, she did. I don't care about what she did. You did too. All right, so I'm talking about responsibility, personal responsibility on both sides. And I think that we get lost in this conversation because we say, well, what about him? And then he says, well, what about her? At the end of the day, both of y'all made some weird decisions, but I'm saying at the final analysis of it, a woman decides whether or not she's going to have a child, not whether or not she's going to get pregnant, whether or not she's going to have a child. That's your decision. It's not ours. Because if you decide you don't want to have it and we want to have it.
You're absolutely right.
That child is going to come.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. That's me.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying with that. I was just saying, I don't think people are consciously making a decision like, we're going to get pregnant. I think people are having sex and then they get pregnant.
I don't think it's always a mistake.
I don't think it's like a well thought out discussion.
I just agree with Rod. I think I feel like people don't think that. I think in the heat of the moment, I want to have sex.
Boom.
And then, 6 weeks later, look, I got something I need to tell you.
We got to talk.
And now both y'all looking goofy. When at the end of the day,
irresponsible to me
it is.
On both
but
sides,
listen, what's going on in 2021?
Yeah,
that don't make it right though.
I'm not saying it makes it right, but I'm saying that's what they doing.
I mean, if you looked at percentages, if we had 10 guys in here and asked them, did they wait till they got married to have sex? 9.9 of those guys gonna be like, nah. You're a rare breed. I give you that. I give you credit for that. But that just doesn't normally happen.
If you think that KD sat here and didn't have sex until he was married.
I mean, I'm going to go with what he said on camera.
No.
You said I'm going to go with what he said on camera.
No, I'm going to go with what he said on camera.
Man, you can look at any of my interviews when I have a conversation about this. It's always been the same. I've never my first time was when I was married. Yep.
Okay.
But I was in the country, raised in the church. It was just a whole different situation.
Yeah, I know a couple guys that grew up like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
I was raised in the country too, and the church, but I get what you mean. I knew some guys that had the more fear. Like, nah, man, wait till I get married. I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah. I was low key scared.
Yeah, some dudes get scared. They get told. I was one of those guys. It's all about your upbringing too. Like what story you heard. Like I remember being very scared to have unprotected sex because of the story my mom told me, and it stayed with me for a long time. And I was like, yo, I believe her because like my dad had a lot of children. So she said, like, yeah, she's like, y'all are cursed. She told me that at like 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, y'all touch a girl, she get pregnant, man. So if you ever decide to go to that step, you know that mingers when y'all touch a girl, like, it's going to happen. I believed that till I was like 20. I was like, wait a minute. He was just being irresponsible.
Wasn't a curse?
Wasn't a curse. He just liked the raw diggity dog.
The curse of the minger.
He liked to
the
do it
minger
raw.
Curse. It's craziness.
Sex without a condom.
Yeah, I don't got time for that. I tell people all day long, y'all can have them kids. I tell all my friends, have as many kids as you want. And whenever you want a weekend off, you drop those little jokers off. You give me some pizza money, and I'm going to send them right back on Sunday night.
Be the greatest auntie in the world.
Listen, I ain't got time for them kids.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for
and you know what?
kids.
And that's okay too. Yep.
People like there's always like arguments concerning,
Yes.
being a parent, not being a parent, why you don't want to be a parent. Yeah, it's selfish. You should want to bring a life. No.
Your life.
I'm broke, okay? Why would I consciously?
Even if you wasn't broke, I mean, but you ain't broke. Let's
But
be clear.
even if I,
Yeah.
the answer, sometimes the answer is just I don't want to.
I don't
and
want
people
to.
can't. Well, there has to be some reason.
Yeah.
Are you scarred? Can you not have kids? I don't want.
People get that deep with it like that?
I don't think it'd be nobody's business, man. I don't understand how people can ask
It
you
don't be nobody's business. But when you go to the family functions,
Yep.
when they see you there year after year, you getting older. It doesn't happen to men as much as it happens to women because our whole identity is wrapped up in some man or babies. And every time you getting older, and don't you want to? No, I don't.
And-
now, what if I came up to you and said, "You getting old"?
and not even that. And
You still live with somebody that's cheating on you.
That's what
But
it
think,
is.
You know, but
think of the generation we was raised by, though. We raised by a generation where most people didn't leave home. They
Yeah.
stayed in their home cities, and they
got pregnant.
It was the same cycle over and over and over. They
Yep.
went to high school, maybe married a high school sweetheart, married that person from their first job after college, or if they went to college at all, or military person they met in the military, and they married that person, stayed in one location, and that seemed simple. But
Yeah.
our generation, like 80s babies and down, or some even 70s babies, like we moved away. Went to college somewhere out of town, then moved somewhere away from college, and that we had to go home and visit. So we kind of move a little different. Like, think about it. Most of the people from Atlanta, not from Atlanta
At all.
at all.
Yeah.
Everybody here from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we're going to move a little different. So I get it, So your choice is your choice.
I just be wanting people to understand the freedom that comes with it. It's nothing wrong with having children. Children are obviously, like I love my nieces and my nephew and all my cousins. But when I lay down and go to sleep at night,
Yes.
that's it. The lights are off. Nobody's getting up and asking me to breastfeed. Nobody need me to play with them till they fall asleep. I ain't got to get no sitter before I get up and run to the Bahamas real quick.
But you know what? It honestly is selfish. But it's
I can be.
But it's a positive selfish.
Exactly. I can be.
Because like honestly, there's some things for me that I know what my bandwidth is, and don't cross those lines. As long as you don't cross those lines, we good. We get along just fine. Leave that right there. And if kids ain't the thing, the kids ain't the thing. Ain't even mad at you.
And I'm going to close it out with this right here. It's rude to ask somebody why they don't have children yet.
Because you have no idea.
You have no
What if I've been
idea
trying
why.
to have
It's rude.
kids?
It's rude. Why you ain't got kids yet? I don't know. Maybe something's going on inside my body. I don't
Right.
know. Maybe it's taking me a little time. Maybe it's something difficult that we're struggling with. Maybe I just don't want any. Maybe I can't afford them. It's none of your business.
Right.
Shut up, heifer.
What? So guys never asked that?
They can be heifers too.
Set up your male heifer.
Yeah, you male heifer.
So a
Shut
cow.
up. It's none of your business.
There's
A
no
bull?
such thing as a male heifer, sir.
A bull.
We just made it up today, Katie. Just
That's
rock with
good.
it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what you know. You know what? When I came in this morning, you had your name on both sides. I knew it was gonna be an issue today.
Actually, if you watched Rocco's Modern Life, you would know that there is a male heifer.
Oh,
Are you serious?
burn.
His name is Heifer. But he's not a cow. And that's the funny part of the whole sitcom. He's a male heifer.
That's actually very funny. Speaking of funny, well, this ain't funny. It's a little sad. I didn't see any
What
of the
kind of
Olympics,
segue
man.
was that?
I know. I'm trying to get out of this. I'm trying to get out of this mess. I didn't watch any of the Olympics, and my father-in-law was like, "You ain't watch the Olympics?" I'm okay. So calm
Right.
down, okay. But
Like there's nothing that's going on in the world.
right. So I didn't watch any, but apparently something monumental happened, and I would love to hear about it.
Oh, well, Tamira Mensah Stock is the first black woman to win gold for the United States in wrestling of all sports.
Boom.
So, of course, Black Girl Magic. I think we realized when we heard about people like, of course, Simone Biles always shows up. But when we heard about Sha'Carri Richardson, we heard about her, and we saw was it Jamaica or Nigeria that came in and broke the world record.
Jamaica.
So
out.
and okay, Sha'Carri would have got smoked. All right, but no pun intended. So
That's good.
Yo.
That's good.
Bang.
but so I think black women, they came, they showed up, and they came to obviously to win. They weren't there to compete. They came there to win. And so I think how I wanted to position this is what I'm understanding about women in sports. There's never going to be the same amount of attention on women's sports as there. Ain't nobody coming to WNBA games. Unfortunately, it's because you don't see people dunk, 3 times a show. They're not doing all these commercials and all this stuff. They're not always in your face.
Yeah.
But women have had to become utterly exceptional at what they do in order to be just noticed a little bit.
Wow.
And we see this with Simone Biles. They told this girl, we can't even score these moves because no one else can do them. How unfair is that for you to be so great at what you do? They just be like, you know what? We're going to give you a 6 because nobody else can do it.
Wow.
That's not fair.
Wow.
Because you made up something.
Yeah, so I think, like I said, I think that now we're being forced to just overshadow everyone else because we can't be just as good as everybody else. We got to be 3 or 4 times as good to get half the accolades, to get half the endorsements, to get half the exposure or the attention or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see it. I'm here for it. I think we need more of it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. It's something how people talk about how black folks just can't never come together. I don't know, because whenever we do something well and we excel like that, there's something about the way we ride for you. Black folks will ride for you if you put yourself out there and make us look good. Oh yeah, we got your back, hands down.
T-shirts and everything.
Yeah. Who was that kid? Who was the black kid that got a job at McDonald's? What was his name?
Calvin got a job.
Calvin got a job. Hey,
The whole neighborhood was lit.
Calvin got a whole job. Yeah. So we rock with you, man.
Oh,
So
Calvin.
what's her name again?
Her name is Tamira Mensah Stock. Tamira Mensah Stock.
Man, shouts out to you, Queen. Shouts out to you.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Keep
And because
slamming it.
wrestling is not a big thing here in the South.
Yeah.
It's up north though.
Well, it's a big thing it's a big thing down here, but it's like the WWE.
I was gonna say it ain't
WWF,
wrestling.
Not real wrestling.
It's not
right?
real wrestling.
Right,
It's semantics.
I get it. The collegiate wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like that.
Did you wrestle in high school?
No, I did not. Outside in the yard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of that.
They got wrestling.
Yeah, like out in the yard.
Yo, that wrestled.
Yeah, we wrestled. We was hitting each other with chairs and broomsticks and all type of crazy yin yang. Some stupid videos out there. I hope they never pop up and resurface.
Hilarious. But you guys had a whole lot of different games that you played. You told me about a game that you recently came up on, and I was like, yo, put me on.
So this young lady that follows me on Instagram sent me this game called Trivia Swag.
What's her name?
Her name is Coco Stiletto. That's her Instagram name, Coco Stiletto. I don't know what her real last name is, but that's what she goes by on Instagram.
It's probably not Stiletto.
I doubt it's Stiletto, but let's just go with that. But she's like,
if it was.
Look, maybe
she's like, yo,
Italian.
but I want to see this game, man. But it's so she's a black woman, and she sent me this game that she created, and it's for sale on Amazon, and it's coming to Walmart soon.
Really?
Yeah. So it's 3 categories. It's Guess Who, TV shows.
Let's put it up. I want to see it.
Nice little box. She
Coco Stiletto.
Yep. It's called
Ooh,
Trivia
okay.
Swag. Test your trivia swag. So I wanted to test it out on you
Turn
guys
to the
today.
camera. That's what it is.
I'm sorry. I want to show it to y'all first before I show it to the camera. I was showing y'all 6
He can't lose. You see what I'm saying?
There it is.
You see that? You
But
see that?
that's actually what happened, though. You know what it is?
You see what happened?
Sometimes I'm just winning and you don't realize it.
Tell your story, Doc.
There you go. Thank
Tell
you.
your story.
Now, don't try to interrupt when you try to interrupt my stuff, man.
Hey, King. Tell your story, King. Grand Risings, King. Tell your story.
Oh, you one of those. You're one of those.
Brothers, we got to vibrate higher than this, okay?
I'm trying to get my conscious Leo, for real.
But yeah, so it's called Trivia Swag, man. It's dope. Black owned. And I want to test some of these questions out on y'all, man. So the categories are Guess Who,
I'm
TV
scared.
shows, and movies. All right, so let's start with the Guess
KD,
Who.
you going down?
Here we go. So the Guess Who. He was Tasha Mack's man in the TV show The Game. He's an NBA player. Who was that?
Oh, Rick Fox.
That's Rick Fox. That's correct.
Rick
All right.
Fox.
You're too late. She already said it.
Oh, we got to do it at the same. I got to do it before her.
You got to be first. Yeah.
I didn't know. Now
And
that
you
I know,
knew that.
I know the rules. I was sure.
Who robbed McDowell's with a shotgun?
Samuel L. Jackson.
That was Samuel L. Jackson.
I couldn't get it out
All
fast
right.
enough.
This guy went on a 60-mile pursuit in a white car that led to
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
Got that doggone Bronco.
Who was the first?
Wait a minute, 60 miles?
It was 60 miles.
You remember he was in
You know,
that
he rode him down
Bronco.
the interstate for.
I didn't know. That took a day. That's where he was going.
It was a couple hours, bro.
That's why
Do you remember what was on
so
TV
long.
when that happened?
Yeah.
The New York Knicks were playing the Houston Rockets. They stopped the game and started showing the
They did
high
do
speed
that.
chase.
Oh,
that was
my
I
that was a historic moment. All right, here's another last guess. Who was the first black female Sports Illustrated swimsuit model?
Vanessa Williams.
No,
Tyra Banks?
that was Tyra Banks. That was good. All right, here we go.
I just knew it would be Vanessa Williams. She's a little bit older.
Now, here we go. TV shows. This TV show was a platform for major up-and-coming comics all across the country. One of the first female hosts was Samore.
Comic View.
That's Comic View.
Comic View.
Yes, sir. You are off today.
It's the same thing for this category? I wasn't sure.
This TV show features a comedian taking in his sister's kids.
Bernie Mac Show.
Bernie Mac Show.
That's the Bernie Mac Show. This show was called the fakest reality show ever.
Real
Housewives of Atlanta.
Real House Husbands.
Real Hollywood.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Real House Husbands of Hollywood.
Here we go.
Katie,
Movie
you're a
quotes. Movie
loser.
quotes. Sit your $5 down before I make change.
New Jack City.
That's New Jack City. Dookie braids became very popular when a big music artist wore them in what movie?
Janet Jackson and Poetic
come on.
Justice.
That is Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice, Janet Jackson.
Here we go. Here's the quote.
Katie, at this point, you're reading my lips.
I mean, it's out of control. You're the worst at this. Here we go. Would you like to have dinner with us tonight? It's just leftovers. Collard greens, cornbread, some
Wait to
candy yam.
exhale.
Wait to exhale.
No, you were close. You almost caught it. And we got to use what we got to get what we want.
Good times.
That's close.
Hold on.
Very close.
Jeffersons.
That was close as well, but it's actually a movie.
You gotta use what you got to capture.
You gotta
Crooklyn?
use-
We got to use what we got.
I'm gonna get you second.
That's very not close.
Players Club.
That is Players Club.
I had to think about it for a second. Make that money. Don't let it make you.
You know
Wow.
what? Give me that in my hand.
So we'll be playing that at the birthday
Yes.
party.
This is actually trivia swag. # game night. Man,
Great.
Coco, you did that. All right, so I'm gonna pull one because apparently I'm terrible at this.
Oh, here we go.
you
What's
ready?
you got to tell us the category though?
The category is I don't know how you tell the category.
They're organized right there inside.
The category is
Before you start pulling them all out of order.
No,
here
the
we go.
category is instructions. No, that's not it. The category. Okay, the category
rules.
is all right. We got movies.
Yep.
And I don't even know what this is. All right. Okay, then movies. And no, that's Guess Who. And then one more. Here we go. Category is TV show. All right,
All right, let's
ready?
do it. Let's go.
We ready.
Here we go. Dr. Eva Fletcher, president of Georgia A&M.
What category is that?
TV show.
Dr. E?
Eva Fletcher, president of Georgia A&M.
The
You want a
quad?
hint?
The quad?
Wow. Bing, bing.
I was say I never watched that show.
I didn't, but I just realized it was called Georgia A&M. I remember that.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
I didn't remember that.
All right, guess who? The only African-American female to win an Academy Award for Best Actress.
Viola
Holly
Davis.
Berry.
Halle
From
Berry.
Monsters Ball.
Wow.
Yep.
Which
I just thought about it when I said it.
I hate that we even got it. And movies is final one. Here Comes the Boom by DMX and Sean Paul was playing during a recorded scene in Jamaica.
Shot us.
Belly.
Wow. Clean sweep.
Was it Belly?
It was Belly.
Why my stupid self say shot us?
I just thought because of DMX. Yeah.
So there you go. It's a great show. So we'll put a link in the description box
Yeah.
for people that want to get
It's gonna be dope.
this.
So shout out to you, Coco.
There you
this
go.
game's gonna be
No,
great
that was
this
fun.
weekend.
I want to play more.
There you go. Coco,
I'm
it's
actually
all-
gonna order
it's
my
all love.
own because
Boom.
I gotta brush up.
I'm
You
gonna
know, black
go
folks, you let them borrow
through
your
all the
game.
questions.
You'll
Now, you
never
ain't
get
get
it
it
back.
back.
Man,
And if it do come back, it got cards
I
missing.
got 4 taboos out here in the world somewhere. You got my taboo. Give it back to me. Here. Dang.
Hilarious.
I got some jingles out here too. Some jingles out here.
Oh, that jingle ain't them pieces ain't gonna never be fulfilled no more.
I have a random question to ask both of y'all.
Oh Lord, I'm scared.
And think about it from a happy place, but I'm gonna ask this question: is there a protocol to follow when you're a couple and you're out with your single friends? Is there a certain protocol you have to follow? Are there certain rules? Are there levels to it?
Yes. Protocol. If you're married and you're out with
Single friends.
her single friends or my single friends.
It don't matter.
In general?
In general.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
out to dinner. Like y'all just got together and went to like dinner.
Without my spouse?
No, you're with
Yeah,
your spouse.
you with
Okay.
But
them.
everybody around you is single. Is there
Yep.
certain protocols you need to follow?
Yep. You got to watch your kiki and kakais. Got to watch them.
You gotta watch.
Don't be don't be liberal with the kikis and kakais. Nope. And it has a lot to do with how well your wife knows who you kiki and kakaiing with.
Oh,
my
I didn't
God.
think about that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's more important than why. Like, some people shouldn't be at the get together,
Ooh, because they're jealous.
or
Well, no,
they have hidden agendas.
single friends, you know, everybody got the friend this, you know.
You
It's-
talk about a man enough to a homegirl.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see
Oh.
that.
Happens all the time.
Oh, I can see
Oh,
that.
you so lucky to have him. I know I your skull.
Okay, that will never see the light of day. All right, triggering these algorithms. Okay, there you go. That was beeped out. What she said was something disgusting, but there you go.
Yeah, I read this in this article, man. Like, are there certain protocols to follow? I was like, man, that'd be a good topic to discuss.
Yes, there are
I think there's
protocols.
things we all think about. Like me, I'm always aware of my PDA. if I'm out with
That's
a
what I was
single
thinking.
friend.
Maybe don't do too much to make people feel away.
I think it should be levels to that. I think you should tone it down just a little bit. Even if I don't care how happy you are, I think you just should.
What you mean when you're with your wife or without your wife?
You're with your partner, when you're with your partner, no matter what you choose to have, whatever. I think, and you're out with your single friends, like, yeah, you can be affectionate, but like, don't do the most. Like, don't be straddling them and trying to tongue kiss them and all that.
Oh, you don't do that.
Yeah,
that's just disgusting.
You have to
in
dial
general.
that back. I think that can be pulled.
The
back
funny
from.
thing is when I'm with Ivy, like I'm more affectionate because people see her. They see her, so I can just be a little more authentic because I'm like a hugger. I'm like, that's me. I touch, you know? And so it's like when she's with me, it feels different. Right. Because people be like, oh, okay, cool. And so she don't have a problem with it at all. And then they see her. But when I'm out by myself or with my boys, nope. Nothing is going to be misconstrued at all. It can be very uncomfortable if I'm out without her.
To go out with your single friends?
Yes.
You're uncomfortable hanging with your single friends by yourself without.
I don't have very many single friends. I'm just saying when I'm out without our spouses.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like to go, man, because it's too much innuendos, pictures taken, and all. It's just too much. So I just kind of be a little tired. I've been in the industry for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little tough.
You were in the industry before social media was a big thing.
Yeah.
Because you started in the 90s, right?
Yep.
Oh, so that was a different time.
Hey, bro, all it takes is one time for you to go home, and this has happened before. You go home, and then your wife says to you, oh, so who was the lady that you was talking to in the red? What are you talking about? The lady.
And you don't even remember the lady.
This is before social media.
No. This is.
This is during. I'm like, yo, it had to be worse back then.
So, so then they sent, and so somebody sent her a photo. Yeah, I saw your man.
That is so messy.
That's incredibly messy.
And that friend has to go.
Yeah, well.
And you know what? They do it at 2:00 in the morning, too. They always do it at a weird hour. That happened
like
to me
you still
before,
out talking to the lady in the red.
Oh, man.
So I'm very cautious of that. I don't really.
I hate that. I hate that kind of person.
Yep.
Because you haven't done you don't know what we talking about. You don't know who this person is to me.
Right.
You just started talking.
It could have been my sister.
Have no idea. Now I got to fight you.
No, it ain't Marsha. It wasn't Marsha. All right. Hey, y'all have an incredible week, and we will see you again next week. Always make sure you follow Rod Minger.
Hilarious.
On the.
Right here. Just put it right here. Put my stuff right here.
I love Rod.
Just put it right here. Like, why we're not doing that anymore? It's right here. It's right here.
Give my man a lower third, Kyle.
Thank you.
Give my man.
Just because of his, swarthiness.
It wasn't swarthy. It was like, it's usually right here. It's I was going to back you up. See, that's the kind of homeboy I am. I back you up when you say some bull crap. You know what you do? You don't give me no play. You don't give me no
nasty lower third. I was like, don't give no lower third.
Right here.
All right. And then Tiny, a.k.a. Indescribable. I ain't going to tell it because the lower third and, that's me.
It's the hands for me.
There you go.
Lowered expectations.
The 2 screens behind you. Yeah, just follow that.
It's the flex.
And there's actually one behind me as well. So it's a third one that y'all can't see.
It's actually 2 under the table. Just for KD. He just like that.
It's the KDBS Show.